25 years, but now a special guest. Please welcome our first performer. Show the love. It's more difficult than it looks. Obviously, I showed you that. Please welcome our good pal, Fred Kerr, to do a nice guest spot. Fred Kerr.
Thanks, dude. So it's hard to believe, folks, it's hard to believe that it was only 11 years ago that we welcomed America's first black president. Sadly, in 2019, some people would like to remove from office another great political pioneer, America's first orange president. Clearly, folks, clearly racism is still alive in the United States. And equally clearly, orange is not the new black. All right. Buckle up, folks. There's some more time here. So black is obviously still the coolest, but as Justin Trudeau demonstrated, it's not a look that everyone can pull off. Can't help thinking Canada being led by Justin's a bit like the whole country showed up to a gunfight, armed only with a selfie stick. This unskilled moron is somehow our Prime Minister again, I think mainly because people in Toronto think he's so good looking. And God help me, there is evidence that some of the greatest leaders in history were also the best looking people. I mean, think about it, just a few recent examples. Margaret Thatcher. Right? Winston Churchill. Mahatma Gandhi. And of course the great liberator Abraham Lincoln. All total babes. Sadly, I was not blessed in that department, folks. I tried to pick out an outfit tonight, realized nothing really goes with this skin color. White with red spots. My chest's so hollow I could collect rainwater in it. Which is going to help me achieve my dream of homelessness in Vancouver. When I was a kid, my parents signed me up for Wolf Cubs. Cubs are boys from the ages of 8 and 10 years old who can't do sports. I know, shocking to hear the chiseled stud you see tonight was not always so sporty, but it's true. Every gym class for me was as awkward as Justin Trudeau would feel if he were trapped in a Mensa meeting. Yeah, so being more spotty than sporty, obviously very few dates for me in high school. There was one, but it was very late in the game. She babbled to fill the awkward silence while I just prayed for sweet, sweet death. Years later, I found out she'd become a lesbian. And I think I deserve most of the credit for that. So, anyway, yeah, not a lot of dates. Although I'm happy to report that today, my girlfriend is much less lesbian. She is also very fit. How fit is she, you ask? She's so fit that other women accost her on the street and demand to know her workout routine. Which is embarrassing because she doesn't actually work out. So she's felt compelled to make up an imaginary workout routine just to placate these pushy biatches. Now, some of you may know that there's a rumor that sometimes some women have been known to fake orgasms in order to spare their men's feelings. She's a lot more noble than that. She fakes workouts to spare the feelings of women she barely knows. All right, folks, damn it, we're just going to keep going with this girlfriend stuff. So she drags me out to a movie, a Chris Pine movie. And after 2 hours of pining for Pine, the lights come on, and she turns to me with a look of, I'll never forget it, folks, profound disappointment. So I went up to the bathroom to have a little cry. And I think that's where I realized that the fluorescent lighting really brings out my enormous purple eye bags. And that the high-speed dryers make my hands look fat. Sadly, that was not the only unpleasant washroom experience I've had. I was down in Vegas with my girlfriend, and we were at the Bellagio, was at the washroom, just washing my hands, and a guy just accelerates past the sink, like he didn't even slow down. And I heard a voice yell, "Dude, for God's sake, wash your hands." And then to my horror, I realized it was my voice. I violated centuries of tradition, like men do not speak to strange men in washrooms. And secondly, when do I ever use the word dude? What am I, 12? So anyway, he was super apologetic. He comes over and starts apologizing, washing his hands in the sink. I panicked and just ran out of there. I saw my girlfriend in the lobby and I said, "You realize what's happened? I've become a hygiene vigilante." So I think there could be an angle on this that would help public health. If we could just train some cameras on the sinks in men's washrooms. I'm talking about automatic cameras. Each time somebody goes by and doesn't wash, a robo voice yells out, "Dude, wash your damn hands." And if they don't comply, the camera takes a picture and they end up with a photo hygiene ticket. Now I'm willing to share the revenue on this with the cops on a certain basis, which is that for every one we install of photo hygiene cameras, they got to remove one photo radar camera. Anybody with me? Yeah. Jesus. All right, folks, that was new stuff. Thanks for bearing with me. Holy shit, this is the worst day of my life. All right. Okay, but I'll perk up. So I took my kids to Justin Trudeau's hometown of Montreal, and they really fell in love. They fell in love with the cuisine, especially the poutine. Because in Quebec, they do it differently. They bring you the poutine wrapped in a paper bag that's been just lovingly stuffed full of Alberta cash. Tabernacle, c'est délicieux, mes amis. All right. So speaking of greasy, my girlfriend's daughter asked us to guess what her friend Chad just texted to her. So I just said, please God, not a dick pic. And she rolls her eyes and she goes, no, like, not in the morning. Now there's an etiquette for dick pic timing? Do we know about this? Discerning dick documentarians don't display dongs before dusk. I guess when it comes to close-ups, there's a cocktail hour. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Chad. Why don't you go ahead and jam that phone down your pants, try to get your good side. Now I'm going to bring you some items for the news. So for God's sake, folks, don't blame me if you don't like this, because this is true stuff. So, out in Vancouver, a trans woman with male parts walks into 15 different salons. You might have heard about this. Yeah, and is repeatedly rejected in her request for a scrotal wax. Which coincidentally was my favorite band in high school. Scrotal Wax. The groupies are called Scroties, and the t-shirts were unforgettable. Famous feminist play called The Vagina Monologues has been banned on college campuses for excluding women who don't have vaginas. I'm going to say that again. 20 years ago, a woman writes an award-winning play about vaginas, and it's suddenly banned for allegedly dissing women who don't have them. Folks, I'm no statistician. I always assumed that women without vaginas had to be a pretty small group. A tight demographic, if you will. But apparently, they're growing in influence because schools are now starting to teach that everybody can menstruate. Anyone can have a period in this age of trans rights. And I gotta confess something to you tonight. I feel like we got closer and I want to confess something. When I was growing up in less progressive times, and I'm talking about the 1870s now, millions of boys like me were denied this basic human right to menstruate. We were robbed. Anyone else feels cheated? Come see me after the show. Sign our petition. We think men also should get a free pass to get a little nuts once a month. So join us. We are men for menstruation. We say it's finally our time of the month. Deal with it, bitches. All right, that's more like it, folks. For God's sake, let's wrap this thing up, all right? Jesus. Okay, so speaking of bitchy, because I like to have the segue. Speaking of bitchy, some of you might have heard what happened at the Tim Hortons in Langley, BC. You hear about this? For those who missed it, I can act it out for you. A woman storms into the Tim Hortons, barges in, and demands to use the washroom. But she's so rude, the staff refuse. So to retaliate, she takes a dump on the stage. On the stage. That's what I'm doing. She takes a dump on the floor. And just flings it up. True story. Now, the video of Tiger Trixie's testy turd-tossing tirade at Tim's goes viral. When you watch that clip, as I urge you to do, respect this woman's talent. In 8 seconds, she extrudes this log, clips her off like a cigar cutter, and just launches the thing. And I know as Calgarians, we've all seen pro cowboys achieve a lot less in 8 seconds. At the greatest outdoor show on earth, not only did this woman demonstrate impeccable sphincter control, she didn't feel like a girl. No, this lady flung her own dung like a coked up chimpanzee playing shortstop. Thanks for listening, folks. I'm Fred Kerr.